Hello Duel Masters fans. I'm back once again with another deck profile, and today I'm going to bring you my ultimate Mono Darkness deck. I've made Mono Darkness in the past, but I've done a few alterations, and this one here is pretty much as good as it gets, I reckon. So, let's get stuck into the profile. First up, I've got two Tyrant Worms. I wasn't using this guy in my previous deck, mainly because I didn't have him. Now that I have two copies, I've put him in and he's actually pretty good. Just a one-drop evolution bait for Chaos Worm. If he's destroyed, we can get him back later anyway, but yeah, just good evolution bait. Next card I've got is 3 Bloody Squito. This deck is a bit more of an aggressive deck, so we don't need too many blockers, but Bloody Squito is still just like such a good card that I put him in anyway. He's a good 2-drop. Next card I've got is a 4-play set of Propeller Mutant. Now this guy here was originally Ghost Touch, but this deck is a bit more aggressive, a bit more creature based, so Propeller Mutant's just really good in this deck. When he's destroyed, your opponent has to discard a card at random, and yeah, we can get him back later as well. Next card I've got is a 4-play set of Horrid. This guy is mainly used for evolution bait and just discard. This creature can be very annoying if your opponent cannot get rid of it early, because he can just swing in, break shields, and not even care, just keep attacking, discarding cards out of your opponent's hand. Really good. Along with this guy, Windmill Mutant. Pretty much the same thing as Horrid, but he's a Hedrian, does the same thing. We really want to summon one of these guys on turn 3, and running 7 of them, we should have one of them in our hand by turn 3. And yeah, just a really aggressive card, really good synergy with Shadow Moon. Next card is a 4-play set of Locomotiver. Really good shield trigger, creature, Hedrian, discard, yep, love it. Next card is a 4-play set of Gregorian Worm. More evolution bait, really good as a shield trigger. If you're going up against a rush deck and they break into this guy, that can mess them up pretty good. But yeah, mainly using him for more shield triggers and evolution bait. This is the main card of the deck, straight up. Shadow Moon, Cursed Shade. 4 mana, 3000 power, gives all darkness creatures 2000 power. Because we're running Mono Darkness, he's powering up all of our stuff. This is the main reason why you'd want to run Mono Darkness, in my opinion. Shadow Moon is just a really good card, powers up all your stuff. Really good synergy with Windmill Mutant and Horrid. Next card is a 4-play set of Chaos Worm. In my previous deck, I was running only 3. I don't know what I was thinking. Chaos Worm is like a really good card. You summon it, you destroy one of your opponent's creatures. Really good. It's like another Terror Pit. Next up, we have 2 Mongrel Man. Now you see people saying, oh, should I run Mongrel Man in my Mono Darkness deck? Whatever. How many should I run? I think you should run him because he's pretty much the only way we can get draw power. The amount of destruction we have in this deck, Terror Pits, Chaos Worms, if he can stay on the field, and because Shadow Moon is actually powering this guy up to 4000 power, he's actually a lot harder to get rid of. So Shadow Moon turn 4, Mongrel Man turn 5, Mongrel Man is now, 4000 power. Of course, your opponent can bounce it back to your hand, bloody blah, 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 do whatever. If you can get Mongrel Man on the field and he stays on the field, he can generate a lot of draw power. And yes, we're pretty much forced to use him in that regard because we need draw power. And he's also a Hedrian. And that moves us onto this main card. I'm running 2 Zombie Carnival, and this is why I'm running so many Hedrians, because, well, I guess I should say what this card does. 5 mana spell, shield trigger, choose a race, return up to 3 creatures of that race from your graveyard to your hand. So I'm running heaps of Hedrians, Mongrel Man, Propeller Mutant, Windmill Mutant, Locomotiver, and of course we're running a lot of Parasite Worms, so we can choose either, Hedrians or Parasite Worms to retrieve 3 of those creatures from our graveyard back to our hand. This card is really good in the late game, because this is a very creature-based deck. A lot of our creatures are getting destroyed. We can use Zombie Carnival to get 3 of them back from the graveyard into our hand. That's another way for us to get pseudo draw power outside of Mongrel Man. So yeah, Zombie Carnival, really good card. And the last card of the deck is one you don't see played very often, the old Terror Pit. Really good card, destroys anything, good shield trigger, and good synergy with Mongrel Man. So there you go, guys. That's what I would consider, pretty much one of the best Darkness decks in the game. Using heaps of Hedrians, heaps of Parasite Worms, heaps of Destruction, quite a bit of discard. I'm not running Cranium Clamp in this deck because I have just too many 4-drops in this deck. I know Cranium Clamp's like a really good card, but I feel like using the Horrid Worms and the Shadow Moon sort of combination, there's not really much room for a Cranium Clamp. But sure, you can put Cranium Clamp in this deck. I'm not the god. I don't know everything, but I preferred to make this deck a bit more creature based and a bit more aggressive, and it actually works pretty good. It's a pretty deadly deck. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed my ultimate mono darkness deck, and I'll see you next time.